Welcome, everybody, to another episode of SVN On the Market Live. Today is March 2nd, 2026. We are excited for all of these properties in the showcase today. So, we're going to dive right into the content and we're going to kick things off today with our retail properties. And first off, we have Dave DeMag from SVN Investment Property Advisors from Holland, Michigan. Thanks for joining us today, Dave.
Hello, SVN and guests. This is Dave DeMeg, your national single tenant and dollar store specialist on the Lake Michigan shoreline. I'm pleased to present this high quality, large northern Michigan 2007 build-to-suit Walgreens at a very attractive 9.5% cap rate. We've reduced the pricing to $3,855,000 to get this sold. The seller is a long-term client and bought this nearly a decade ago in a 1031 exchange and is repositioning into longer leased assets for estate planning. Walgreens continues as one of the nation's largest national pharmacy brands, and this is their only store within a 30-mile radius. This Walgreens has 6 years left on its base lease term through February 2032 and is true triple net. The store's location is in a resort area on Lake Huron at the northern tip of Michigan's Lower Peninsula, just south of the Straits of Mackinac Bridge, Mackinac City, and the famous Mackinac Island. This store is located right across from the McLaren Northern Michigan Medical Center and is at a signalized intersection on the primary commercial corridor, which is M27 or South Main Street, with lots of nearby national retailers. This property offers a generous 2% buy-side co-op, and we want offers, so I invite your interest in questions. Thank you and have a great week.
Thank you, David. And we're going to keep things here in the Midwest. And next, we're going to move on to Nick O. Patterson of SVN Northern Commercial in Carmel, Indiana. Thanks for joining us today, Nick.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, SVN Live. This is Nico Patterson with SVN Northern Commercial here in Indianapolis. Jess Lawhead and I are excited to present 860 Virginia Avenue, located in the heart of Fountain Square, one of Indy's fastest growing, high demand urban corridors. This is a 9,800 square foot retail property offered at $2.25 million or $228 per square foot, situated on 0.23 acres with approximately 173 feet of frontage along Virginia Avenue. This site offers excellent visibility with approximately 7,000 vehicles per day and direct access from both Virginia Avenue and the rear alley. This property includes 12 on-site parking spaces, one drive-in door for loading or deliveries, and a zone C5 allowing for retail, office, warehouse, or service uses. This is a strong repositioning or owner-user opportunity in a premier infill location just minutes from downtown Indianapolis. We welcome your buyer and investor referrals. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Nick. And next, for the first time on SVN On the Market Live, we have an introduction to make an introduction. So I will be introducing Guy Bird of SVN Cornerstone in Spokane, Washington. Thanks for joining us today, Guy, and I know you have another introduction.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you, SVN. It's good to be back. We are located in Spokane, Washington, but we have a wonderful listing in the Seattle area to be presented by Ariel Misra, who is maybe 6 months with SVN in Spokane. Ariel went to college at University of Washington and is very familiar with this property, and I'm going to allow him to describe it for you.
Thanks, Guy. We are pleased to present the Interbay Retail Center, a 100,000 square foot, 100% leased institutional quality urban infill retail asset located just 3 miles north of downtown Seattle between Queen Anne and Magnolia. The property is leased to national tenants, including Michaels, which placer tops in the top 25% nationally, Total Wine, Home Goods, Bright Horizons, and Zoom Care, and generates approximately $3.3 million in place NOI with a 4.2-year weighted average lease term and meaningful renewal options across the anchor tenants. What makes this opportunity unique is the scale of site control. It's 6 parcels totaling nearly 8 acres, including approximately 2 acres of excess land in one of Seattle's most supply-constrained urban infill submarkets. It offers durable income today with embedded long-term optionality in a supply-constrained urban market. We're marketing the property subject to offer, and it's well suited for patient capital, family offices, or institutional groups seeking stable income with long-term urban upside. And given the scale of the site control, modern construction, and supply-constrained Seattle location, pricing will reflect a core urban profile that may not align with national large format retail averages. Please reach out to Guy or me for the full offering memorandum and pricing guidance. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ariel. We don't get a lot of properties in Seattle, so love to see that. So that's going to wrap up our retail properties, and we're going to move on to now our office properties. And to kick things off for our office properties, we have Justin Horowitz of SVN Desert Commercial out of Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for being with us today, Justin.
Yeah, thanks, Julian. Appreciate it. Yeah, we've got what I think is a really good opportunity here for an investor looking for a stabilized deal. Our client operates an executive office suite business. He's done so for the last 20 years. He's got 4 locations here in the Phoenix area. This was his original operation here off of 24th Street and Thomas, which is our kind of central area. It's kind of near our Biltmore area. For those familiar, it's a very accessible area and near downtown Phoenix, near Tempe, near the Camelback corridor. So great location. He is proposing a sale leaseback. We originally took this building out to the market a few years ago at 4.2 million and a 6 cap. As you can see, he's much more motivated today to do something. We've got it priced at 3.2 million. He's ready to sell the building. He's basically, we've sat down with him and we've positioned this property to be priced as if it was selling as a vacant property. We underwrote it as a vacant deal. It's about 170 a foot. It pencils very nicely, even as a vacant building. But just to sort of sweeten the pot, he's proposing a lease back at an 8% cap rate, 7-year absolute triple net lease. He does a great job maintaining the building, schedule of maintenance on all the CapEx items like parking lot, paint, AC, roof, things like that. So he does a tremendous job, and he's got a phenomenal staff that manages all of these locations. And these things are kind of running like clockwork, for the last 20 years. So anyways, good sale leaseback deal, 8% cap rate, $170 a foot for anyone looking for a deal in Phoenix.
Excellent. Thank you, Justin. And next up, we have David Bickle of SVN Northern Commercial of Carmel, Indiana. Thanks for being with us today, David.
Thank you, and thank you, SVN. Hayden Abney and myself are very excited to present what I would say is a user investor opportunity. This is a 32,500 square foot single story office that faces Interstate 69, and it's located about 20 minutes northeast of the 465 Beltway for central Indiana. Currently, there's 15,070 square feet of vacancy, which would be ideal for a regional headquarters who would enjoy the income from the rest of the property. Currently, there are 5 tenants, and if we look at the financial analysis, currently the approximate NOI on the existing tenants is 130,000 plus or minus. It's a wonderful value add opportunity as a fully leased pro forma gives us an NOI just in excess of 300,000. And if you cap that, the value is going to be somewhere in the $4 million range. Excellent access to the interstate. The lease rate is exceedingly less than the inner circle of counties around Indianapolis. So quite an investment just as a user investor or as someone who wants a value add opportunity.
Great. Thank you, David. If anyone has any interest, make sure to reach out to David Bickle at svn.com. And that wraps up our office properties. So we're going to move things along and we're going to head into our industrial properties now. And leading things off in the industrial space, we have Kyle Robeson of SVN Excel Commercial Real Estate out of Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for being here, Kyle.
Thanks, Julian. Good morning, SVN Live. I've got a interesting property here. So you'll see in the picture, there's actually two parcels, but there's three properties total. I'm focusing right now on the 2606. It's got a combined square footage of just under 13,000 that's available between just over 3,000 square foot and a 1925 built bungalow that's been converted to office space. And then a 2018 beautiful flex industrial building that is right around 10,000 square foot. Next door to it is 2604, which is a, four-unit short-term rental. So this can be purchased separately or combined. It's perfect for recording studio, especially here in Nashville, light manufacturing or medical research facility. And then the bungalow is perfect for office use. It's top of the hill in a highly sought after Berry Hill neighborhood, just 2 miles south of downtown Nashville. We just reduced the price yesterday to 4.99 million. The sellers are very motivated, and these properties in the Berry Hill market very, very seldom come available. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. And next up, the SVN Northern Commercial Carmel market must be on fire today. We have Wade Wilson once again from SVN Northern Commercial. Thanks for joining us today, Wade. You guys are killing it.
Of course, thanks, Julian. Morning, everyone. Jess and I are excited to present 2828 Toby Drive. It's a 50,000 square foot heavy industrial facility on 3.5 acres out on the east side of Indianapolis. This building has a pretty cool backstory. It was a long-time distribution hub for Kraft Heinz. Jess and I's client has run a trucking company out of the building for a number of years. It's really well set up for a logistics or trucking type user. Total of 10 drive-in doors, and then there's 4 internal loading docks, which allow for like truck parking and maintenance inside of the facility. 4,000 square feet of office in the front of the building, heavy three-phase power, and a half acre of ground towards the west side of the property, which allows for excess storage or parking. Should also mention the zoning is I3, which in Marion County just says that it allows for outdoor storage and a pretty wide range of industrial uses. Asking 2.5 million, just about $49 a foot. If you or your clients have interest, feel free to reach out. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Wade. And then to wrap things up in the industrial space, we have Jonathan Levy of SVN Desert Commercial out of Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for being with us today, Jonathan.
Thank you, Julian, and good morning, SVN. Elijah and myself are pleased to present an infill industrial property in the heart of Phoenix. It's a shade over 18,000 square feet. The ownership is motivated to lease as well as sell this property. So in terms of pricing expectations on the leasing side, or excuse me, on the sales side, he's looking at something in the 220 a foot range to advance those conversations, which is a little bit over $4 million. Just a little background on this building. It's the owner has a pride of ownership mentality here. He's owned it for over 30 years. He actually added a portion of the building with higher clear height. It's got anywhere between 14 to 22 clear height in the building, primarily warehouse space, 25% office space. Has a lot of cool features, close proximity to a lot of central Phoenix amenities. Metro Center Mall is being redeveloped. 65-acre redevelopment project over there with housing and retail and office space. And then about 10 miles to the north, you have the TSMC project, which many of you might know is the largest foreign direct investment in the country here, with over $165 billion into that infrastructure. So it's a really promising area, a good synergy of a lot of local distribution groups and local businesses, and certainly an opportunity if you guys have any industrial clients looking to position themselves in the Phoenix market into a more kind of traditional warehouse distribution space. So give Elijah or myself a call, and we're happy to give you some more details.
Thank you, Jonathan. And we're going to be moving on now to our land deals. And to kick things off for our land properties, we have Jeff Tinsley of SVN J Beard Real Estate out of the Woodlands, Texas. Thanks for joining us today, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, SVN Live. The 34.8 acres is in the town of Montgomery, and it's approximately 60 miles north of Houston, and is in Montgomery County, one of the fastest growing counties in the nation. The city of Montgomery has exceptional public schools and is currently going through a growth spurt. There's over 1,900 new single-family homes are under construction within a 1.5 mile ring of this property. The 34-acre tract, city utilities running along State Highway 105, and the pricing is at 130,000 an acre, or for 4,524,000. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Really appreciate it. And we're going to kick it back to Kyle Robeson of SVN Excel from Nashville, Tennessee. Kyle, thanks for presenting once again.
Yep. Thanks again, Julian. So this one, I've got four out parcels available right now in front of a D.R. Horton subdivision that's being constructed. D.R. Horton is my client on this. This is in a path of development. Lot sizes range from 1.1 acre to 1.71 acre. Price the price per square foot ranges from $15 a square foot to $18 a square foot. It's located in the city of Murfreesboro, which is one of the fastest growing cities in Tennessee. It's had the largest population growth statewide since the pandemic. Average daily traffic counts are right around 34,000 vehicles. This site is perfect for QSRs, for medical, dental, veterinarian clinic, or churches. Within the community, D.R. Horton is building out 197 townhomes and 95 single-family homes. The lots are already cleared, graded, and utility hookups are available. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. And then finally, to wrap things up on our land deals, we have Graydon Fox of SVN Summit Real Estate Advisors out of Northeast Ohio. What do you got for us today, Graydon?
Thanks, Julian. Good morning, SVN. Brian Foster and I are pleased to present this 6.93 acre piece of land in Norton, Ohio. Subject property is a corner lot off of Wadsworth Road that includes highway frontage on State Route 21. Property is located 13 minutes from nearby Akron and 38 minutes from Cleveland. Property is zoned B3 Highway Business District and is prime land for retail or a mixed-use development. There are over 80,000 people living within 5 miles of the location. Average income close to 100,000 annually. List price is 1.1 million. We'd love to do a deal in-house. For more information, please reach out to Brian or myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Graydon. And then we're going to move on to our restaurant deals. And again, for the trifecta here, we're going to go back to Kyle Robeson of SVN Excel of Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks again for the third time today, Kyle.
Thanks again, Julian. Okay, so to wrap up here, I've got a fully renovated turnkey second generation bar restaurant space available. My client actually owns a construction company. When he picked this up a few years ago, he literally, his fingerprints are all over it. The only things he kept are the original wood floor and the brick exterior, the brick walls. Everything else, electrical, plumbing, you name it, has been updated. It's available for lease or purchase. The lease rate is $29 a square foot plus triple net, which comes in about $2 a square foot. Purchase price is 2.1 million. In addition to the 5,000 plus square foot inside, there's 3,000 square foot of usable outdoor spaces, which also has its own standalone bar and a beer garden. The kitchen and bar come fully equipped, and build out has already been done, and that does convey whether that be a lease or a purchase. It is located on a high visibility hard corner in Smyrna's Depot district, which is a sawed-off district here, and there is ample parking. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kyle. And we're going to move on to our multifamily properties, and not to outdo Kyle, but we have another hat trick here, but this time we'll call it a turkey. We're going to go three in a row. So we have Jordan Lester of SVN Cornerstone, Washington, of Cornerstone from Spokane, Washington, presenting our next three. Thanks for joining us today, Jordan.
Thanks, Julian, and morning, SVN Live. First property I'm presenting are the Feltz Townhomes located in the Spokane Valley. This is a 12-unit townhome community offered at 3.25 million, or about 271,000 per unit. The property features newer construction with 8 units built in 2016 and 4 units completed in 2025, giving it modern systems and low near-term capital needs. Each unit is a two-bed, 1.5 bath, two-story layout, around 1,200 square feet with high-quality finishes, ductless heating and cooling, and unit laundry, private patios, and covered carports. Current rents average about 1646 a month, with projected market rents about 1750, creating immediate upside. One of the unique investment angles for this property is that 4 of the 12 units sit on separate parcels, providing exit flexibility, for a future buyer. Location is very investor friendly, with fewer regulations than the city of Spokane, lower utility costs, and strong household incomes. So overall, it's a new construction asset with upside, flexibility, and strong demographics.
Thank you, Jordan. We'll move on to the next one.
So the next one we have the Lake Coeur d'Alene Apartments in downtown Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This is another 12-unit property offered at 1.975 million with a cap rate of about 6.6%. This property includes 9 studios and 3 one-bed, one-bath units, all that are fully furnished with recent upgrades, including new paint, updated interiors, modern fixtures, and a new roof. There's also an on-site laundry room with a manager's office. I think what really drives this investment property is the location. It sits right across from Vantage Brewing and near the Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course. Coeur d'Alene has experienced very strong population growth in the last 5 years, high home values, and limited new multifamily supply, which supports long-term rental demand. So overall, this one is a stabilized asset in a great market with strong fundamentals in a landlord-friendly state.
Great. And last but certainly not least.
So this last one is the Eastside Estates, also located in Spokane Valley. This property was built in 2020, another townhome community consisting of 5 large 3-bed, 3-bath units, offered at 1.155 million, or about 310,000 per unit. The units are very large. They're about 1,800 square feet, modern finishes, stainless steel appliances, in-unit laundry, in addition to attached garages. Current rents average about 2,050 a month, with projected market rents around 2,200, providing upside as well. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is in the Spokane Valley, which compared to the city of Spokane is just more owner friendly with lower utility costs and less restrictions for owners. So overall, this property is a low maintenance, newer construction asset with large unit sizes and upside potential. So with any of these 3 properties, would love to co-op on a deal. So feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you, Jordan. And then finally, we're going to move on to our other listings. And to kick things off here, we have Adam Thomas of SVN Chicago from Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for joining us today, Adam.
Thanks, Julian. Hi, everyone at SVN. Good morning. Thanks again for everyone's time. On behalf of Wayne Kaplan and I, we have an exciting listing in Fulton Market in Chicago. Fulton Market's really seen a crazy development boom here over the last 10, 15 years. Everything from Google, McDonald's, Kimberly-Clark, Dyson, the Chan Zuckerberg Biohub have all planted flags nearby this property, on top of a lot of Class A high-rise apartment trophy development as well. So the property we're listing is 1375 West Lake Street, and it's actually a music venue right now called the Bottom Lounge. The building's about 18,000 feet. It sits on a land site that's about 24,000 feet. And certainly the city of Chicago's allowed a lot of density going through the entitlement process all nearby this property. So the logical play here is high-rise development, whether that's office, entertainment, residential, something along those lines. But the other interesting thing for this one is if anyone does have any owner users that are kind of in the music entertainment business. So Bottom Lounge right now, it's built out where it's like they have 2 stages. They have a 700 seat stage and a 300 occupancy stage, and names like Mumford and Sons, 21 Pilots, Lizzo, Black Sabbath. I mean, a lot of cool names have played here. It's kind of a small, intimate venue, a little bit more of kind of like a grunge rock vibe. And it's really only a few blocks from the United Center. So it's definitely an interesting opportunity. We have it out at 9,750,000. And happy to talk more about it. And thanks everyone for your time.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. And next up, we have Justin Wong of SVN Pacific Commercial Advisors from San Francisco, California. Thanks for joining us today, Justin.
Thanks for having me. On behalf of SVN Pacific Commercial Advisors, I'd like to present 5143 Tesla Road in Livermore. It's a rare mixed opportunity in Livermore's renowned winery row, and it's situated on approximately 4.75 acres. So this unique wine country property features an active wine tasting room, 3 operational on-site APC licenses, and multiple existing income streams with room for expansion. The site itself includes a 2,100 modular residence, 2 additional buildings suitable for either tasting room or retail use, and a distinctive 3-story tower ideal for office or lookout space. 5143 Tesla Road offers turnkey winery and tasting infrastructure today with the potential of approximately 13,000 square feet of additional development under the Alameda County Measure D. The current zoning allows for winery, olive oil mill, microbrewery uses, presenting an opportunity to emphasize diversified productive use beyond wine. And in regards to the land itself, the property may accommodate up to 3 separate wineries on site. The additional infrastructure by the seller includes a 100-foot deep water well, PG&E meters, and a private sewage processing system. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. So for anybody that's looking for a winery, make sure to reach out. And then to wrap things up for our call today, last but certainly not least, we have Justin Horowitz of SVN Desert Commercial of Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for presenting once again, Justin.
Yeah, thanks again, Julian. So on behalf of Richard Lewis, Sean Alderman, this is kind of a truly mixed use, value added opportunity in downtown Mesa. Downtown Mesa is in our East Valley, east of Phoenix, east of Tempe, but the city of Mesa has done a phenomenal job converting their downtown area to a bit of a charming historic district, if you will. Our light rail runs right down Main Street, which is a block away from this property, less than a block, really. It's about 20 yards. That takes you through Tempe all the way to downtown, up through other parts of our valley. So, and then they've basically converted this district into an area where there's, brand new bars, restaurants, hotels, apartments, becoming a little bit more of a upscale feel. And so these buildings, I would say, are arguably, one of the few remaining opportunities in that district to kind of continue that trend. So we've got really a couple buildings here. The 36 and the 32 building in that picture there, 4,000 square feet each, are 2-story buildings, perfect for, I would think, a second floor office, ground floor retail or restaurant type of a deal. And the 20 South McDonald building on the right there, the 13,000 square foot building, historically had operated as a boutique hotel. The current owner operates their business out of there. They run sort of a recovery and halfway house for folks, which while that is certainly a much needed use, I would think all around the country, this area, it's just no longer really a fit for this area. But that being said, it had historically operated as a hotel. So there's a lot of plumbing there. The rooms are set up, but I would think someone could go into that property, convert it back to a hotel. They can convert it to multifamily. You could completely change the use and continue that bar, restaurant, or mixed use deal. I think it could work really nicely for like a salon suites, just given its layout. But anyways, you've got a motivated city of Mesa who would love to see these uses be converted over. You've got a very motivated seller. You can buy these individually or separately, upwards of $3+ million or $3.5 million for the bunch of it. But he's extremely motivated. So we're encouraging everyone to make offers if they have someone who would like to, take a shot at this sort of value add opportunity in a downtown district. So thank you very much, Julian.
Absolutely. Thank you, Justin, and thanks for closing us out today. First and foremost, we want to thank all of our presenters for being able to hop on the call today and present all these wonderful properties. We also want to thank you all for joining us for this month's rendering of SVN On the Market Live. We hope today's showcase gave you a great look at some of the exciting new opportunities all across the SVN network. We also want to make sure that you don't forget that you can also view these featured properties on our SVN Blast, which is always distributed following the call, as well as on SVN's LinkedIn page throughout the month. Remember, the series takes place on the first Monday of every month, so make sure to mark your calendars and register to join us next time. So until then, let's keep the collaboration going and keep sharing the value of the SVN network. Thank you all, and we'll catch you on the next one.